Samsung have innovated the display game for the first time in years with the introduction of the privacy display. But how does it work? Welcome back to SamMobile TV. You're here with Daniel. Today we're going to break down one of Samsung's most controversial features of the last few years, the privacy display. Now there's obviously a lot of display controversy around this phone just in general, the whole 10-bit, 8-bit saga and how it's using upscaling and a custom processor to achieve a 10-bit experience without actually putting in a 10-bit panel. That's something that's happened. Maybe I'll make another video about that, breaking down that whole saga. But for now, I just want to talk about the innovation, what this privacy display is, how it works, and how you can tweak it and utilize it on your phone when you get it. Starting with what it is. Effectively, if you turn this toggle on here, it changes the makeup of your display. And then when you look at it from either angle, I've locked the screen with it on, you can't actually see it. So you change the viewing angles, you can see it front on, but you can't see it from the side. Game-changing feature. One that has been designed to replace the need for having privacy screen protectors. So I guess before I break down how it works and the software that can customize and tweak it, let's talk about why people actually want privacy displays. Smartphones have become the centralized hub for everything we do. All of our photos are loaded on here. We browse the internet on here. We also go in and check our emails. We also go on social media, update our profiles. We've got a lot of information pretty much locked into this phone all the time. And you use it everywhere. People go out to public places, pull out their smartphone and start to interact with it. And in those places, there's people all around you. Some of them might want to get a look at your phone, especially if you are having sensitive information on your phone and someone knows that. People to combat that have been installing privacy screen protectors. Privacy screen protectors are a great solution, or at least they were, because they do actually work in that similar way where they will block on an angle, but you get to see it front on. Problem is, when you put one of these on, it permanently changes the structure of how you see the display, making it worse, literally the entire time. So any content you might want to view, let's say you want to jump onto YouTube and watch a YouTube video, there's going to be a problem with that because of the fact that it's going to impact that display quality. If I chuck privacy display on now, just as an example, you can see the difference with privacy display on while watching the content, and then when I turn it off, privacy display off. It's going to be better with the display off, the privacy display off. So installing a privacy screen protector is going to permanently impact your visual experience of your smartphone. So what does Samsung do? Well, over the last 5 years, Samsung Display, in conjunction with Samsung Mobile, have been developing display technology that will actually build that into the display itself. How does it work? Well, I'll turn privacy display on, and what's actually happened with that is there is 2 sets of pixels that Samsung have developed. There's a wide angle pixel, which goes out this way, and there's a narrow pixel, which beams light upwards. What Samsung have done is they've turned off the wide pixel, the one that displays light and disperses it to give you increased viewing angles, and just focus the pixels on the ones going this way, which means you get to see the display perfectly fine, or at least fine enough that when you're looking at it, you can still see your content. And then when anyone else is trying to get a peek from the angle, and doesn't matter which angle, they're not going to be able to see it. It's genius, and it's implemented so good, especially for a first-gen attempt at it. Samsung initially intended for this to be on the S26 Ultra from last year, but they held it back 1 more year because there was some problems they needed to overcome, and they wanted to get it inbuilt into this phone at a much higher level. And I think they've done that. But I think what's important here with a feature like this is to be aware of the fact that it's not just a toggle to turn it on or off. Samsung could have done that. They could have just made this toggle exist. You turn it on and you turn it off. And I think a lot of people still would have thought it's quite incredible. But Samsung went a step further and gave you customization. So if I launch and go into details, you can actually see here what extras Samsung have enabled. So you've got, I'll just turn them all off for now and start from fresh. So the first toggle you have here is just turn on privacy display, which is a minimum privacy display function. It doesn't do it fully. I'll just say properly. It does do it a little bit. You can still see some privacy protection on board, but it's just a minimal amount, enough so you can still see the display really nicely, and enough that people won't be able to see it from the side, at least not if they're glancing. But that's the idea, to have it on or off. There's no middle ground with that one. It's on or it's off. What we've got next is the maximum privacy protection, which goes that extra step and makes it even harder on viewing angles to see. You can leave that on with the privacy display toggle turned off. So anytime the privacy display gets activated, it goes straight to maximum privacy protection. But the one I want to focus on is the conditions for turning on here in the middle. This is where Samsung, I think, have made it even more genius than the technology already was, because it means it's actually going to be controlled by conditions. So I can turn it on, and then depending on how I've configured it, it will activate when it's necessary. First one is by apps. So if I wanted it to activate just in apps, let's say I like my files to be carefully curated because there could be sensitive stuff in there. But you can choose Outlook as a great one because if you're checking your emails, if you're someone who messages through Slack, also a great one. But then you can do things like Samsung Wallet. So if you're going to pay, especially at the terminal, you can just protect that with the privacy display. And then you can toggle it on any app that you feel like you might need it for. Once you open that app, done. Now, again, front on, it looks pretty good. But then the second you kind of turn it, now I'm looking at it and I can see it just fine. You guys can't. It's beautiful. And then it goes back to normal and everyone can see the display again. You've also got the PIN, pattern, and password. So any sort of password field or PIN or pattern, it's going to protect that too. For example, the lock screen. So if I go and lock my phone and then unlock it like this, that's now privacy screen. So then I can enter my PIN or my pattern without anyone being able to follow or trace along where my finger is going. Again, genius. But perhaps the one I think is the most clever of all of this is notification pop-ups. So anytime you get a little toast notification that pops up the top here, you can see it, but on the other person will not be able to. Send another one. Bang. So clever that you'll be able to see that, but other people will be like, oh, who'd you get that message from? They won't be able to because they won't be able to see. It's great. Why I love this part in particular, the privacy display settings, is that it's thinking about how people use their phone. People aren't going to always be wanting to completely lock down their phone. You might want to show people photos. You might want to be able to share things with people. And to do that, they will need to be able to see over your shoulder. But you won't also want that all the time. So this is why this is great. So Samsung, kudos to you for building not just the feature itself, but the actual settings to help control it. Now, when the privacy display is turned off, there's a lot of talk about how this has impacted the display. A lot of it's down from people who haven't actually used the phone. I use the phone and I've used it for almost 2 weeks now, and I've had absolutely zero issues with the display on any other angle or anything like that. It's been sensational. Watching content on it, playing games on it, it's been awesome. So look, that's just a little breakdown of how it all works. If you want to know a bit more about this phone, our full review is coming, so make sure you hit subscribe to SamMobile TV. You won't want to miss that. Go check us out on our website, go check us out on our socials, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks.